Who needs a shield when you've got a rapier? Welcome to the Blue Dragon Guild, a channel all about Dungeons and Dragons. I'm Baron. Today we're talking about a feat that I read for the first time Friday, March 12th, 2021. Yes, it took me 7 years to actually read what this feat does. I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed. A little disappointed in myself for not looking at this awesome feat. Defensive Duelist is amazing. So Defensive Duelist, what does it do? First off, you've got to be wielding a finesse weapon with which you are proficient. And when another creature hits you, using your reaction, you can gain a bonus to your AC equal to your proficiency modifier. Hopefully this will cause the attack to miss you. So if you take this with your variant human at first level, or if you have a home rule that gives you a feat at the beginning, you get a +2 to your AC as a reaction. And that +2 goes all the way up to a +6 starting at level 17. And I'm already thinking of a bunch of different times that this would have been really useful on several characters that I've had. But since we're using finesse weapons, that doesn't leave a whole lot of wiggle room with what weapon you're using. In fact, there are only 6 weapons in the player's handbook with the finesse tag. We've got the dagger, dart, rapier, scimitar, short sword, and the whip. But the good news with that is at least every single class is proficient with at least one of these weapons, the dagger. But what classes is this good for? In reality, this is really great for any class, but specifically looking at how some classes work, this feat will probably get a lot more use from some than others. I really see this feat just shining brightly for those light armored classes. Bard and Rogue, I'm looking at you. Those two classes already give off the swashbuckling duelist vibe as it is, and this feat really helps drive that home. I mean, it's the defensive duelist, for crying out loud. And it really just kind of puts that cinematic kind of feel on it. Oh, don't worry about the rogue, he's out there just dueling away. Now it does burn your reaction, but there are times when you need to think defensively versus offensively in D&D, and this feat definitely would work well for that. I also think this feat would work really, really well with spellcasters, especially at low level. Now I know, the shield spell gives you a +5 to your AC, but what the shield spell does is expend a spell slot, whereas this does not. Now there's gonna be times when, yeah, you need to pop the shield spell, but there's gonna be other times when it's like, I think I'll just risk it. And then once you hit level 17, you have that +6, which is one more than the shield, so ultimately becoming better. But for spellcasters overall, this feat really would help on that spell slot conservation, especially in those early levels. So let's take it down to the comments section. What do you think about this feat? Is it good? Is it bad? Which class would you use Defensive Duelist with? And if you want to see more Dungeons and Dragons videos in your YouTube timeline, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see a video about the chef feat, check it out right here. And until next time, keep the dice rolling.